Hey, what's up? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today we are looking at Norwegian Cruise Line. This is going to go with the blog post I did earlier today regarding it. Just want to do a quick video regarding a couple of the setups because I know sometimes it's easy to see what I'm talking about in video format rather than scrolling down and trying to read the blog post. So what we're looking at right here, again, NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings. And the reason why I'm going over it, because due to the coronavirus, the cruise line industry has been destroyed. So I'm starting to look at to see which ones could perhaps be a really nice gainer whenever the world gets out of pretty much the global shutdown, and the cruise line specifically will be able to start having people on their boats again, because recently it was just reported that now won't probably be till October, or at least for a Norwegian cruise line, it won't be until at least October until their cruise lines are going to be back up and running and they're going for business. So we're going to take a look at their stock today. So looking over here at the weekly chart right now, what we have over here, we do have a long setup that it currently has, using this swing low right down here, this swing high right up there. Let me zoom in a little bit more, get a little bit closer. So what we had was when the price came back down, hit the 38%, that initiated the trade setup, and you can see price has still been going back down, but that's okay. So what we're looking for right now is for price to rebound back up and hit over here in this target box. And so the target we're looking for is about $32.28, somewhere around there. So somewhere around $32 is the target we're looking for right here. Now, this doesn't mean the setup is going to work 100%, but it does have a good risk-reward ratio. You will notice over here there is a big gap right over here, and when price came up, filled this gap right here. See, there's the gap. Price came up, filled it. That's been used as resistance, and now prices retrace down here ever since. So if I was going to have a stop loss for this trade, to be honest, I'm not sure I would use a stop loss. This would kind of be what I considered a all or nothing type of long-term trade right here, meaning the returns you could get on this would be a lot more greater than it going bankrupt. Now, obviously, this is almost about a one-to-one risk reward right here, meaning if the Norwegian Cruise Line does go bankrupt from 1580 down to zero, or if it goes up and hits its target at about $32, it's about one-to-one risk reward if you want to look for the setup. But I want to show you another thing where it could go even higher. But basically here on the weekly chart, this is the only current long setup it is over here right now. But if you are looking for a short, or excuse me, if you are needing a stop loss for it, then if price came back down to about the 10-hour level, then that is probably where I would decide to get out of it right there, right around the 10-hour level. But I'm gonna show you a short setup as well, and for the reasoning for that. But up here real quick, you can see way up here there's another gap right up here from about 44.65 up to about 46.84, and price loves to come up and fill gaps. I just drew the little rectangle box right there. Price loves to come up and fill gaps. So you have this gap way up here. You have a long setup that has formulated with it. So whenever Norwegian Cruise Lines, they start getting back in business, back in October, it's almost July, so we got July, August, September. We're still about 3 months away for them really start making any money. So at this current time, I'm not sure why I'd be looking to start a position right here. Just the stock really doesn't have anything go for it. Now, if a surprise does happen and they announced opening up sooner than later, then definitely look for a big spike up in this. But kind of the easy money from these lows down here is made ever since this gap got filled right up here. So what we're looking at for this current setup again is targeted about $32.20. Then we have this gap up here, and I mean price doesn't always come up and fill gaps, but it does a lot of the time. And so when we see something, especially on the weekly chart like this, a gap this big where there's nothing in between there, there's a good chance that, assuming the stock doesn't go bankrupt, that this will come up here and get filled eventually at about $46. So that's another reason why the stock down here at $15, it does give it a it is intriguing at these current levels. But let me show you why I would not be a buyer just exactly. I would wait for it to go a little bit lower. So moving down here on the daily chart, we do have a short setup. So using this swing high right there and this swing low right here, you can see how price came up, hit the 38%, went all the way up almost to 61.8, so definitely locked in the short setup we're looking for down here to the short side. And the target we're looking for is down here at about $13.53. So where price currently is at $15.80, I would definitely not be looking to get short right here, just because you only have about a $2 profit target right there, and it doesn't necessarily mean price is going to come down and hit this profit target, but it is the target area I'm looking for. This is a very valid setup right there. But you know, there's been plenty of times when it gets close to it, doesn't necessarily hit it to fill it, and then reverses up. But for this setup, this is what I'm looking for right here. So that is the reason why in the previous long I just showed, I wouldn't get in right there at about $15.80. I would look for price to get closer to the $13.53, this target down here. So definitely, you know, minimum probably about at least $14 before I start looking to get into it. And then probably start, if I was going to get into this, I'm not sure if I'm going to get into it right now. I think I may just wait and hold on to it, just because I think, like I mentioned a little bit ago, unless some surprise news comes, I don't think the stock's going to do a whole lot until they're able to get back in the ocean, taking people around the world, going on the cruises, and obviously making money. But price does come down here and hit that mid $13 area right there. That is when I would be looking to get in right here at the stock for the stock. So those are the two setups: the long setup, the short setup right here, and then the gap I wanted to show. Let me go show you now also real quick, just kind of long term what the stock had looked like. And this is again just covering the images I used in the blog post. So as you can see, for the most part from Norwegian Holdings, it's been between about $24 and about $64 through its life cycle. So price currently just broke out down below it, and we'll see if it will continue to move back up for it. But hopefully, the way I described it, it made sense for what I'm looking for it. For the long setup, again, just to rehash real quick, that's about the exit we're looking for this long setup right there, 32 or $32 right around there. And then for the short side, I'm gonna just leave it here on the weekly chart. For the short side for it, we are looking for around, I'll go to the daily here real quick for it. For the daily, we're looking for down here, let me move this, around the $13.50 area for this target for it. So when price does get down there, me personally, that's when I will start looking to get in this stock. But since we are allegedly a couple months away from the price from the cruise line to really open up business again, I'm not sure there's a lot of whole upside in the next couple months for this stock. But anyways, just something to keep in mind. Want to add this video for this blog post. Anyways, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.